You're listening to the Wear Wag Repeat podcast, the only show 100% dedicated to supporting women in all areas of the pet industry. I'm your host and the founder of Wear Wag Repeat, Tori Mystic. And in today's episode, I want to take you behind the scenes to show you what it is really like for 1 month inside of my membership, Wear Wag Repeat Society. So if you've ever wondered, is this membership really worth it? What's it really like? What do you even get when you join? Am I too busy to even participate in it? Let me tell you exactly what is going to happen if you do decide to join us in Wear Wag Repeat Society. So a little spoiler alert, it's not just an online course. It's not just a resource library, although we do have a deep resource library full of years of lessons and templates and swipe copy and graphics and all kinds of things that you can use. It's so much more than that. And I think if you talk to other people who are in Wear Wag Repeat Society, and I'm lucky to have a lot of people who've been in it for over 4 years, which is really awesome. And then we have some new people who have just joined in the past couple of months and new people joining this very month. So this is April 2025, and we have new people joining right now. And I think everyone will tell you that it is so much more than just the resources. So let's take a little tour of what would happen if you actually hit join. So from the moment that you sign up for Wear Wag Repeat Society, you are invited to a one-on-one coffee chat with me. Within the first 24 hours of signing up, you'll get an email from me asking you and inviting you to schedule a call with me on my calendar. And it's a Zoom call where we can get to know each other. I can learn more about your pet business, and I can also point you in the right direction. This call is about 20 minutes long, so if you have some questions or something that you're struggling with in your pet business and it's right fresh on top of your mind, you can ask me about it on that call. But it's really just like a coffee chat just to get to know each other. I really want to personally know every single member in Wear Wag Repeat Society. So my goal is never to have like 10,000 members. I don't really ever seeing this being the kind of membership that's 10,000 members. And it's okay. That's okay with me, that I don't want to have 10,000 people, and I don't necessarily see it being like $1 million business. And that's okay with me. And I want you to know that wherever you're at in your business and whatever you think is like your goal that you want to get to, it's okay. So if you are kind of more modest with your goals like I am, or if you do want to have that $1 million business, we're going to help you get to wherever it is that you want to be. And it starts with that one-on-one coffee chat. The next thing that you'll get access to as a member of Wear Wag Repeat Society is our resource library. So I'm just telling you that it's not all about the resource library, but that is a really cool, awesome perk that you have in the membership. I have organized all of the lessons that we've covered in the last 4+ years into 4 different pathways within the member area. And so they're all organized. It's really easy to find whatever it is that you want to work on. So if right now you're like, I just need more people to know about my pet business, well, we've got all kinds of pre-recorded lessons and templates and bonuses and resources and PDFs and all kinds of stuff to help you get seen by more pet parents, help get more publicity for you, help you with social media, with email marketing, with SEO. We've also got a whole track about monetization and revenue. If you want to create a new revenue stream like affiliate marketing or something like that, we have bonus lessons and resources for you all right there in the membership area. There's also a whole pathway about systems and simplification. And that teaches you a lot about automation. There's lessons in there about how to save time with AI, how to save time in your email inbox, how to set up systems and automations that are going to help you run your pet business on autopilot. So there are tons of resources there in the member area. There's also all of our pre-recorded calls. So we've been doing calls every month for the past 4+ years. And I think most, if not all, of those calls are in the member area. So if you want to go back and watch any of those, you can. And I think that's kind of an untapped resource there in the member area, because those calls are full of real petpreneurs like you and me, asking questions and brainstorming and solving problems with the help of the entire group. So what the real benefit is of joining Wear Wag Repeat Society is the group that you get access to. Of course, you have access to me, but there's also all these other petpreneurs who really get what you're doing. We have dog trainers, pet photographers, product makers, content creators, inventors, dog trainers. Did I already say that? We've got all kinds of pet businesses in the membership. So what I love is when we get together and we brainstorm on these calls, and the ideas that everyone comes up with and the suggestions, and everyone's speaking from their own experience. And I just don't think there's any other membership out there that has this exact group of people. And our monthly calls are one of my favorite things of the membership. So speaking of those, let me tell you a little bit more about them. We call this our implementation call, and it happens every single month on the first Wednesday of the month from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So I've played around with a lot of different times over the years, and I have just found that that time seems to work for the most amount of people. And this call is 90 minutes. So we start off celebrating a quick win. I like to go around the room and have everyone share a quick win or something that's going really well for them right now. Then I'll share a 15 to 20-minute lesson about what I suggest that you implement in your business right now. And oftentimes I'm doing a screen share because I want to show you exactly how to do whatever it is that I'm teaching you that month. And some months we have guest experts come, so I'm working on lining up a branding expert for our June lesson, and I'm really excited about that. We also have these guest expert lessons in the Petpreneur resource library. So there's panel discussions and guest experts. You can always access all of that stuff 24/7 whenever you want to. But yeah, on our implementation call, I'll do a little lesson. Then we have plenty of time for Q&A. And then we get to my favorite part, which is the hot seats. And if you've ever been part of sort of like a mastermind group, hot seats are where one person gets to be in the hot seat, like they get the hot mic for about 10 minutes or so. Sometimes it's a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. And they get to share whatever it is that they're trying to figure out, a problem they're trying to solve, an idea that they're trying to come up with. It could be marketing or business related, or it could be about their own pets sometimes. The coolest thing about our group is that we're all pet parents. So on our calls, we talk a lot of business and marketing, but we also talk about pet care and life with pets. So it's really cool. You get to know people as real people, not just like the business owners or the image that we all put out on our social media. On our calls, you really get to know like every side of people. And, just like any other group that's full of pet people, sometimes there's highs and sometimes there's lows. And I just think it's really special that we can all be there for each other, regardless of what's going on in our life with our pets or in our pet businesses. So anyhow, our implementation calls are a really special time to all be together. We wrap those calls up with sharing what your goals are for the month. So since these calls happen on the first Wednesday of every month, that's a really great time to think about what is your goal for this month. And I write down everyone's goals, and then I share them with the group on our Facebook group or in our email that just goes to members, so that we can help keep each other accountable. So these implementation calls are a really, really great opportunity to celebrate your wins, learn something new, connect with the community, and also set your goals for the month. It's a really strategic way to spend 90 minutes at the beginning of every month, and I love doing it. But I know that not everyone can make it to our live calls. Sometimes it just doesn't work for your schedule. I know people are in different time zones, and I've been hearing this from people for years. So this year we have a new feature in the membership, and that is weekly office hours. So I make myself available every single Thursday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern, and you can send me a message anytime and I will answer it from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern via a free app called Voxer. If you've never used Voxer before, it's just like WhatsApp or any other kind of messaging app. You can send voice notes, you can send little text messages, you can send photos and videos. It's just like any messaging app. And it's totally free to use. And I love it because I don't really use it for that many other things. So it's like my dedicated channel for Wear Wag Repeat Society office hours. And so I have members messaging me throughout the week. And then every Thursday I log in and I go there and I send them personalized feedback. I usually do voice messages. Sometimes I do text messages, but I have people right now asking me for ideas on how to promote their new service. I have people asking me to look at their packaging or if I can look at their website that they recently redid. Someone was asking me about the best way to go about hiring interns. So every week we're covering whatever it is that you're dealing with in your pet business. And I'm here as kind of like your business bestie in your back pocket to help you figure it out, talk through your problems, and maybe even suggest a few solutions. So Voxer office hours happen every single week, every single Thursday. You have one-on-one access to me, and I think that's really cool. And I love that part of our membership as well. Now, one other thing that I want to tell you about in the membership is our member spotlights. So this is something that's also new this year. I heard from my members and people in my audience, like you, if you're listening to this episode or watching it on YouTube right now, that you want more visibility for your pet business. One of the biggest struggles that I hear from people is they feel like they're doing a lot of great things, but pet parents just don't know that they exist. So starting this year, I have been doing monthly member spotlights. It happens in the third week of every month. I invite all of my members to submit their news, their wins, their promotions, their sales, their new product launches, new services, whatever it is that you want some more eyeballs on, you can submit it to me and then I will share it with my entire audience the third week of every month. So I go and I share it on Instagram where I have over 40,000 followers on my Teamistic account. I share it on LinkedIn where I have thousands of connections. I'll share it in our Facebook group where we have thousands of other petpreneurs. I'll oftentimes share it on my personal Facebook or the Facebook fan page for Wear Wag Repeat. I share it far and wide in as many places as I possibly can because I truly want more people to see what it is that you're working on. I get to kind of see behind the scenes of what everyone's working on in Wear Wag Repeat Society, and it's all so awesome. So anything that I can do to help get more eyes on what you're working on, I am in, I am down. I am so all about that. So our monthly member spotlights are also a really great thing that happens every single month in Wear Wag Repeat Society. So I just want to share a quick little story because one of our lessons in the kind of systems and saving time section of the members area is the lazy guide to planning your holiday content. And I released this a couple of years ago, but it is always relevant and always evergreen to be batching and planning out your content, whether it's for like the winter holidays or for an upcoming summer holiday, or maybe you're just planning on taking a holiday and going on vacation and you want to batch plan some of your content. So one of my members told me that she knocked out all of her content for the next 2 months in under an hour by using this lazy holiday content planning guide. And then she used that time, she saved all this time, so she was able to schedule a pop-up event for her dog bakery because she didn't have to like sit at her computer. She's like, I'm done with my work for the next month. So I can do an extra event. I can fit another event into my calendar because I've saved myself so much time. So I love stories like that. It makes me so happy when I see that members are actually watching the stuff in the Petpreneur resource library and then implementing it in their business. Another member told me that she was watching some of my SEO and blogging lessons, and she's actually starting to see traffic come to her website because she's been implementing all of the tips and tricks that I share in those lessons. So there's a lot of really great advice, and we have a pretty deep archive, but it's very well organized, if I do say so myself. So you can easily find whatever it is that you need help to help you grow your pet business for the season that you're in right now. So a quick little recap about everything that is included in Wear Wag Repeat Society. You get personalized support with me via your welcome coffee chat call, and then our weekly Voxer office hours. You get real strategy implementation support through our implementation call, and through our Facebook group where you can ask questions and figure out how to implement the things that you need to do to grow your own business. And you get built-in promotion opportunities through our monthly member spotlights. And right now, I am also doing a 2-week trial, and it includes all of those things. So if you're interested, go to wearwagrepeat.com/society-trial, or you can just go to wearwagrepeat.com/society, and it's all on that page as well. You can decide to do a 2-week trial. It's only $24, so like you really can't beat that. And you would get access to everything in Wear Wag Repeat Society for 2 weeks, including the one-on-one coffee chat. Because even if you're just joining for a trial, I really do want to get to know you, especially since I'm not having guests on my podcast anymore. I'm just doing these solo episodes. I don't get to chit chat on Zoom with as many petpreneurs anymore. So if you sign up for a full membership or the 2-week trial, I really look forward to hopping on Zoom and chatting with you and getting to know you and your pet business a little bit better. So now is a really great time to try this trial or the full membership, because I'm going to be increasing the price of the membership on June 1st. I have held it steady at $69 a month for a long time, for over a year. Most memberships increase their prices every couple months or at least once a year, and I have held it steady at $69 a month. So if you join right now, you can get locked in at that rate, but it is going to go up on June 1st. So I want to make sure that I'm giving everyone plenty of a heads up. This is a 6-week heads up that I'm giving you. But if you do decide to join right now, the day that this episode comes out, which is April 16th, you could also participate in the April member spotlight. So that's actually going up next week. The deadline to submit your news, if you're a member, is Monday, April 21st. And then on that Wednesday, I will be sharing everyone's news with all of my social media accounts, and my email list, and just anywhere that I can get you some eyeballs on what you're working on. I'm happy to do it. So come join us in society. You've kind of seen behind the scenes of what it is like through this episode. I also have a video on YouTube where I show you visually via a screen share exactly what the membership looks like. So I'll show you the members area, what the lessons look like, how it's organized. It's all really bright and colorful, and I have fun icons for everything. So it's, I think, a pleasure to be in the member area and look for the resources that you need. And I hope that it brings you joy as you are utilizing it. So if you want to see that actual physical walkthrough instead of just this kind of description walkthrough, you can go on my YouTube channel and learn more about that there. So that's pretty much it for today's episode. If you have been on the fence about joining Wear Wag Repeat Society, I hope this gave you a really clear picture of what's possible when you decide to become a part of a community like this. And if you are watching this on YouTube, you might be able to see Burt sleeping behind me. He is wearing a doggy jacket that's a little bit too snug on him because I was hoping it would serve as kind of a thunder shirt. He just has had this kind of like itchiness problem the last day or two. I don't think it's seasonal allergies because he's never had that ever before, and he's 13 years old. I've never seen him have seasonal allergies, but he's just been having this kind of itchiness problem. And so my friend suggested, do you have a Thunder shirt? And I said, no, but I have a jacket that's a little bit too small. So he's wearing a snug jacket and snoozing on the couch behind me in my office. He might be getting a little bit cut off in this video, but he's snoozing and he's not itching himself, and he's feeling so much better. So that's something to look forward to. If you haven't been checking out these episodes on YouTube, come find me. It's just youtube.com and then it's /@ToriMystic. Or of course, you can just search on YouTube for Tori Mystic or Wear Wag Repeat, and all of my new episodes are being published as videos on there. So thanks again for listening or watching. I will see you back here next Wednesday, and hopefully I will see you inside of Wear Wag Repeat Society even sooner.